Good morning, I'm Victoria Chang.
And I'm Shannon Maines. This is the week of January 5th through the 11th, and this is the best way to start your day, the morning show from New Hanover County Schools.
Right here on the Learning Network of the Cape Fear, Time Warner Cable Channel 5 and Charter Cable Channel 191, and online.
This is the first week of the month and the start of a brand new year. This morning on the show, we have Cook It, A-plus teachers, jazz history, and a look at new silent cell phone technology.
Now to get our morning started right, we swing over to our news desk, where our news anchor, Allie Collins, is standing by with our first look at your school news headlines. Good morning, Allie.
Good morning, Victoria and Shannon, and welcome everyone to Your School News here on the Morning Show. Coming up this morning, I'll have a report on the Global Public Service Academy presentation at Laney in New Hanover. Snipes teacher received a bonus for school improvement, and many schools in the area participated in the Hour of Code. All these stories and more coming up later in the show. Victoria and Shannon, back to you.
Thanks, Allie. It's time now to check out some of our historical news headlines with our Grandmaster of Historical Knowledge and This Week in History, brought to you by Kidsville News.
Welcome to This Week in History. I'm your historical host, Stephen Miller, covering all the colorful and amazing events that have left their mark on history's timeline. This is the week of January 5th through the 11th. January 5th, 1933. Construction begins on the Golden Gate Bridge as workers begin excavating 3.25 million cubic feet of dirt for the structure's huge anchor points. January 6, 1838. Samuel Morse's telegraph system is demonstrated for the first time at the Speedwell Iron Works in Morristown, New Jersey. January 7, 1789. America's first presidential election is held. Voters cast ballots to choose state electors. Only white men who owned property were allowed to vote. As expected, George Washington won the election. January 8, 1642. Italian astronomer Galileo dies in Italy at age 77. Galileo has been referred to as the father of modern astronomy, the father of modern physics, and the father of science due to his revolutionary discoveries. January 9th, 1776. Thomas Paine publishes his pamphlet, Common Sense, setting forth his arguments in favor of American independence. Finally, your Week in History tidbits. January 10th, 1923. 4 years after the end of World War I, President Warren G. Harding orders U.S. occupation troops stationed in Germany to return home. January 11, 1928. Writer Leo Tolstoy, a leader of the Bolshevik Revolution and early architect of the Soviet state, is deported by Joseph Stalin to remote Soviet Central Asia. He lived there in exile for a year before being banished from the USSR forever. That's This Week in History, your ultimate source for those key moments in time. I'm Stephen Miller. Thanks for stopping by.
This Week in History is brought to you by Kidsville News, a fun and effective learning resource for children, teachers, and parents. It features school news, information, and local community events while promoting literacy and the development of good reading habits, character traits, and study skills in young children. And Kidsville News is always free. Copies are delivered every month to every elementary school in the New Hanover County school system. And join us again next time for another journey through time as we explore the fun, fascinating, entertaining, and educational facts that make up This Week in History.
Now, if our trip back in time wasn't enough to get those brain cells cooking, then our next segment is sure to wake you up.
It's time for North Carolina happenings.
It's going to be an amazing new year of travel and fun in NC.
Whether you're looking for adventure or relaxation, mountains or beaches, the rhythm of city life, or the tranquility of nature, there's something in January in North Carolina for everyone.
We kick things off on January 9th, the place Fayetteville, the event, the Fayetteville Fire Ants hockey game. Come and watch arch rivals in pro hockey compete while enjoying good food and drinks with family and friends. While at the stadium, make sure to check out the cool looking merchandise for sale. You may even get to meet one of the hockey players. Admission is $5 to $20. For any questions, go to antshockey.pointstreaksites.com.
On January 16th in Fletcher, enjoy the American Kennel Club Dog Agility Trial. The Blue Ridge Agility Club of Western North Carolina and American Kennel Club host a dog agility trial. Spectators are welcome to attend and admission is free. More than 300 purebred dogs will compete at various levels of difficulty. Spectators, please leave your dogs comfortably at home. First time is 5 to 7 p.m. and the second round is 7 to 9. For any questions, go to www.blueridgeagility.com.
On January 17th is a big event for the whole family in our own backyard. Coastal Urge's 7th annual Cold Stoke Classic will be held on the beautiful Intercoastal Waterway off of Wrightsville Beach from 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. With 2 divisions. Paddlers can opt to do the 3.5 mile recreational course or the 7 mile elite course. Throughout the day, there will be an exhibitor expo open to the public with free demos. So bundle up and come on out to this exciting winter water sports event. For more details, you can go to www.coldstrokeclassic.com.
Looking for something indoors? Then on January 19th, travel to Greensboro for the 2015 U.S. Figure Skating Championships. The 2015 U.S. Figure Skating Championships at the Greensboro Coliseum Complex will feature a unique and great-looking layout. About 350 skaters are expected to compete. All events will be held at the Greensboro Coliseum Complex. Ticket pricing varies. For more info, visit www.northcarolina2015.com.
Baby, it's cold outside on January 24th in Blowing Rock for the Blowing Rock Winterfest. Enjoy the wintertime with events that include the Polar Plunge in Chaloka Lake, Chili Cook-Off, Winterfest, Winter Paws Dog Show, Winter Fashion Show, the King Bees in concert, and more. You can learn all about the lodging packages, tickets, and registration on the website, www.blowingrockwinterfest.com.
And for more happenings across North Carolina, visit the website www.visitnc.com.
Now coming up in the show, we've got Student Voices and Who Said That?
Don't go away. This rip-roaring edition of the morning show will continue right after this break. But first, see if you can answer our endangered animal trivia from the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. True or false? In the wild, both whooping crane parents feed and raise the chick. We'll have the correct answer when we return.
This is Lands and People, your passport to the world. The Republic of Angola is found on the western coast of southern Africa. The country's chief agricultural products are bananas, coffee, and sugarcane. While its major products are diamonds, iron ore, and phosphates, most of the population belong to various Bantu groups. Angola's capital is Luanda, and primary language is Portuguese.
This has been Lands and People, your passport to the world.
Whooping cranes nearly vanished in the mid-20th century, with a 1941 count finding only 16 living birds. But since then, these endangered animals have taken a step back from the brink of extinction.
These majestic ward birds are the tallest in North America. They live in a family group and frequent marshes, shallow lakes, and lagoons. Cranes feed by foraging with their bills and gobbling up plants, shellfish, insects, fish, and frogs.
But true or false? In the wild, both whooping crane parents feed and raise the chick.
If you guessed true, you are correct.
The whooping crane's primary natural breeding ground is Wood Buffalo National Park in Canada's Northwest Territories and Alberta. Here, the cranes perform elaborate running, leaping, wing-flapping dances to choose mates that they will keep for life.
Whooping cranes are generally safe from hunting and egg collection, which hasten their decline. However, their biggest threat, loss of wetlands, persists. Though the areas that the bird frequent are protected, they are isolated and make the entire population vulnerable to any disastrous ecological event or change. Welcome back to New Hanover County Schools, The Morning Show.
Hello?
I'm Shannon Maines, and my co-host is Victoria
No,
Chang.
I gave him my notes and he never gave them back. No, he has to give them back. We have a test tomorrow.
Does this happen to you? You're in a public place and you're forced to overhear a personal conversation.
I need my notes. I'm serious. What am I going to do?
Thank
could you
goodness
call him and tell him to
scientists
give
are
me my
working
notes
on
back,
a
because
new
I really need them,
technology
please.
that will allow for silent cell phone conversations.
I have to get an A in that
We
class.
learn all about this tomorrow from our friends
my
at
parents are
Tomorrow
gonna kill me
Today.
if I don't.
The pin is 3576, I'm sure. I have the same pin.
Some people are quite indiscreet.
I love you, honey.
Liebe dich, Hasi.
For others, calls like this are embarrassing. People uncomfortable with such situations may get help from Tanya Schultz. The scientist and her team are working on soundless calling.
Das würde dann so aussehen.
It would look like this.
Das heißt, ich habe
I've simply moved my lips, and the muscles with which I articulate, and exactly what I said, is actually understood at the other end as if I was speaking out loud.
How does that work? When we speak, our facial muscles generate characteristic electrical patterns on our skin, even if we just mouth the words. Electrodes are used to register the pattern just like an EKG. These are then translated into speech and made audible.
I enjoy the silence. It calms the voices in my head down. I feel a sense of clarity and peace.
At the moment, the system only understands English, but in principle, it will work in all languages, making calls like this possible.
I'm in the tram. Yeah, fine. At the movies.
He switches to speaker.
Yes, Grand Budapest Hotel is playing.
But the facial sensors might rule out the model for daily use. That's why the researchers are trying to build them into mobile phones that would look very different in the future.
My vision of the telephone isn't the little brick that we have now. Instead, I hope that in future we'll have something flexible that will fit comfortably around the face. That would really help our technology, because we'd be able to continually have contact with the sensors. It would just curve right around your cheek.
There have already been developments in this direction. Experiences with other communication technologies show that if you want to conquer a mass market, then first you've got to clearly demonstrate an advantage, and second, make it easy to use. Soundless telephony has yet to successfully do that. The technology might also become a niche application for people who could even have sensors implanted in their faces.
People who work in call centres say they'd prefer to wear electrodes all day if it would make their workplace quieter than it is now.
And the technology could also help people who can no longer speak on their own.
People who've gotten sick and lost their voices, who are permanently unable to speak. To give them their voice back, I could imagine that in the near future or mid-term that sensors would be initiated or even implanted beneath the skin.
The technology from Karlsruhe can also be linked to a translation program, so a call to China would be possible for anyone. And registering facial muscle activity makes it possible to make calls from places that would otherwise be too noisy for it.
You can learn even more about the newest technology headed our way on Tomorrow Today, right here on the Learning Network.
It's time now for more news, so we switch over to the news desk for more Your School News, and Allie Collins.
Good morning and welcome to Your School News on the Morning Show. I'm Allie Collins. Dr. Robert Malkin, Professor of Biomedical Engineering, Director of the Developing World Healthcare Technology at Duke University, and Director of the Global Public Service Academy in Belize and Guatemala, presented the Global Public Service Academies in Biomedical Engineering, How to Subcharge Your Medical Career, to Laney and New Hanover High School students. With the report on the exciting presentation is YSN reporter Dylan Grace.
The Global Public Service Academies were founded with an understanding that students from high school can make a difference in the world. That was the message presented to the students at Laney and New Hanover High Schools by Dr. Robert Malkin, Director of the Developing World Healthcare Technology Laboratory at Duke University. Through the presentation, students learned that all of the Global Service Academies take place in the developing world, formed around an educational collaboration with faculty from Duke University, Harvard University, and other universities around the country. This opportunity to work with the U.S. faculty in an international setting allows students to learn and contribute in ways that a domestic summer camp or volunteer experience can't.
Well, I was very surprised at the amount of malfunctions that the equipment had in these other countries, and that kind of piqued my interest in that I would love to go over and help those people. I already have an interest in biomedical engineering. That's something I would like to pursue as a major. So I think that it's amazing that these clinical engineers can have such an amazing effect in fixing one machine and helping thousands of people.
There's a large division and difference between some of the poorer countries and the wealthier countries, and how important medical engineering and all that is to the poorer countries, and what we do in the United States and other places is so critical and important to those other places.
Dr. Malkin also shared his personal experiences and the roles they played in his career. He told the students how he taught English in Thailand, worked at EM Microelectronics in Switzerland designing integrated circuits, and worked for Cordis Corporation designing pacemakers and designing heart-lung machines. He told the students that they too could be a part of the growing biomedical engineering work, and that GPSA was a great first step. He explained that they would receive training and then put that training to the test in rural clinics or directly in a community.
Yeah, so GPSA is about 100 spots a year open for high school students, of which about 50% are American, 50% are not. It's not a number that I try to recruit from each school. I'm trying to look for the students who are truly passionate about engineering, science, medical field, and making a difference.
At both Laney and New Hanover, students left excited about the opportunity to help children, adults, and the aged achieve an improved quality of life through effective healthcare. At the time, involvement in GPSA would help them jumpstart an amazing career in the medical profession. Reporting for Your School News, this is Dylan Grace.
As a part of the 2013 through 2014 New Hanover County Schools Teacher and Incentive Plan, teachers at Snipes Academy of Arts and Design receive bonus pay for their contributions to student achievement and their willingness to take on challenging teaching assignments. The plan had three primary objectives: to link teacher compensation more closely with individual student achievement and to school-wide growth, to recognize and reward teachers for meeting and exceeding expectations, and to enable Snipes to attract and retain the most qualified and effective teachers.
For the last 2 years, our school has had a school improvement grant, and we've been able to include a lot of initiatives to help drive student achievement. And we proved that we were successful in what we had done. Our proficiency went up from 17% to 31%, and our ability to show student growth exceeded the growth that the state expected. So for years of not meeting growth, this was the last year we were able to exceed expected growth. We're very excited about that.
There were 2 ways by which teachers earn the monetary incentive: by increasing student proficiency in the areas of reading, math, and science as measured by the North Carolina end-of-grade assessments, by demonstrating teacher and school effectiveness in the areas of reading, math, and science as measured in the North Carolina EOG grade assessments. The teachers at the school are receiving the initiative based on the teacher and school effectiveness as measured by the NC EOG grade assessments. Finally, North Carolina just added another 527 newly credentialed teachers to its National Board Certified Teachers Corps. Although North Carolina placed second behind Washington in 2014 for the total number of newly board-certified teachers, the state continues to lead the nation in its total number of national board-certified teachers at 20,611. The National Board for Professional Teaching Standards recently released its latest numbers for states and the nation. 21% of North Carolina's educators are national board certified. New Hanover County Schools had 9 teachers to achieve national board certification and 21 to renew. For all of the latest on New Hanover County Schools, join us here weekdays on Time Warner Cable Channel 5 and Charter Cable 191 for your school news, a complete half hour of all the latest news and information from New Hanover County Schools. Victoria and Shannon, back to you.
Thanks, Sally. This rip-roaring edition of The Morning Show will continue right after this break.
But first, here's this month's edition of Food Facts, a monthly look at our diets and just what they should look like in this new year.
It's that time of year again. Cold and flu season is upon us. We've all heard that increasing our intake of vitamin C will help ward off these viruses. But are there any foods that can help you stay healthy? Today I'm going to talk about foods that can help you stay healthy during cold and flu season. We all know that vitamin C can help keep our immune system strong. Most people think about oranges or orange juice as the only way to get vitamin C. There are plenty of other foods that have vitamin C. They include grapefruit, oranges, kumquats, tangerines, clementines, tomatoes, chilies, pineapple, and red peppers. Probiotics, which are the live active cultures found in some yogurts, are a healthy bacteria that can help keep your gut free of germs. Look at the label to see if there is any live or active culture seal. The following brands have live and active cultures: Activia, Chobani, Dannon, Fiber One, Go-Gurt, Trix, and Yoplait. Some store brand yogurts also have live and active cultures. Just look for the seal. Whole grains have a type of fiber that is antimicrobial and has an antioxidant ability. It can help boost immunity. Try to incorporate whole grains into one meal each day. Make sure to look for products that have 100% whole grain. Garlic contains ingredients that will help fight off infections and bacteria. One study has shown that people who consume garlic regularly are 2/3 less likely to catch a cold. Garlic is included in a variety of different recipes. Try to include garlic in your diet weekly. Selenium, a mineral that is found in mushrooms, cod, shrimp, tuna, halibut, salmon, shellfish, and mustard seeds, can help white blood cells clear viruses out of the body. Salmon, mackerel, and herring in particular can reduce inflammation, which can increase airflow in the lungs and help protect you from colds and respiratory infections. Try adding one of these items to your diet every week. Not only can chicken soup help warm you up on a cold day, it can help thin the mucus in your airways. so feel free to add chicken soup to your weekly menu during the cold months of fall and winter. Zinc is very important in the development of white blood cells, which help to recognize and destroy bacteria and viruses. To increase your zinc intake, add a 3-ounce serving of lean beef to your diet. If you do not like beef, try adding oysters, fortified cereal, pork, poultry, yogurt, or milk to your diet. Your skin is a major part of your immune system. It is one of your first lines of defense against invading germs. Vitamin A, which helps play a major role in keeping your skin healthy, should be added to your diet. Try adding half a cup of foods rich in beta-carotene, such as sweet potatoes, carrots, squash, canned pumpkin, or cantaloupe. If you like spicy and are feeling adventurous, try adding some chili peppers to your diet. Capsaicin, the compound that makes peppers hot, can stop sickness before it starts. This is because they help increase the antibodies that help colds and infections. Adding these foods to your diet may help you ward off the dreaded cold or flu. Make sure to get plenty of water, 8 to 10 glasses a day, and rest to help keep your immune system strong. I'm Sydney Flippo with the New Hanover County Schools Child Nutrition Department. Stay healthy this flu season by eating right, and hopefully you can avoid a trip to the doctor.
What state am I?
I'm the second largest state in the United States. The mockingbird represents my state. The 43rd president was governor of my state. Do you know who I am? If you guessed Texas, you're right. I received statehood in 1845.
This United States factoid has been brought to you by New Hanover County Schools on the Learning Network of the Cape Fear.
Welcome back to the morning show. Each month we poll students on their thoughts on a host of questions.
These questions include ones pulled from local and national current events to topics that are just for fun.
With the start of the new year, we asked students at Sunset Park Elementary about their resolutions for the 2015.
We featured these answers in this edition of Student Voices.
My New Year's resolution is to keep my grades up, and I chose those so I can aim for success.
My New Year's resolutions is to start saving up money, because every time my mother gives me little amount of money, I spend it on little junk that I don't really need. So when I start saving up money, I can buy one big thing that I might actually need and want.
Mine was to get A's in school so I will have a good future.
To work hard in school to become a doctor and to learn my multiplication facts.
Well, one of them was to influence people in a good way, because I just picked that because I just wanted to make the world a better place, so there won't be as many mad people in the world.
Stop calling out and start raising my hand, because that's what mostly gets me in trouble in school. And I'm trying to get a basketball scholarship when I get older.
My New Year's resolution is to exercise more, because I'll be playing football soon.
I have actually two. One is lose weight because I weigh a little too much, and two is to study more so I can pass more of my tests that I have to take.
My New Year resolution is that I will work on my kindness, because I'm not always kind to people.
My New Year's resolution is to upper my grades so I won't focus on what's going to happen this weekend or anything that's going to happen outside or any fight or anything like that. So to upper my grades so I can be intelligent one day and just have a job and go to college.
Thank you, Sunset Park. Shannon, what kind of resolutions have you made for this new year?
For one, I want to make it into college, so I want to get accepted into college, and I want to become left-handed this year. What about you, Victoria?
I want to try to eat healthier this new year.
It's time for the Lunch Bill of Fares. This is the menu for the week of Monday, January 5th through Monday, January 12th.
On Monday, January 5th, start the new year with 2 great entree choices: chicken pot pie with corn puppies or a chicken filet sandwich. On the side, sweet potato waffle fries, garden salad, and spiced apples.
On Tuesday, January 6th, we kick things off with 3 great entree choices: chicken nuggets with a roll, a tuna salad sandwich, or a bacon cheeseburger. On the sides, we have glazed carrots, a garden salad, and fresh fruit.
On Wednesday, January 7th, you can choose from chicken and waffles, Salisbury steak with a biscuit, or a pork chop sandwich. On the side, enjoy mashed potatoes, garden salad, and diced pears.
On Thursday, January 8th, struggle to choose between cheesy breadstick bits, chicken fajita with Spanish rice, or a hot dog with chili. Enjoy delicious side dishes, great northern beans, garden salad, and fresh fruit.
On Friday, January 9th, we have 3 entree choices: popcorn chicken, meatball hoagie, or a slice of pizza. On the side, indulge yourself with macaroni and cheese, carrot sticks, a garden salad, and mixed fruit.
After the weekend, Monday's lunch menu includes creamy chicken chowder with a roll and crackers, a beef taco with Spanish rice, or a cheeseburger. Top your meal off with barbecue pinto beans and a garden salad, and a frozen fruit cup.
Also remember that breakfast is served at each of our cafeterias, and the menu for the January includes French toast sticks, cinnamon raisin bagels, mini pancakes, biscuits, and a host of wonderful breakfast entrees that will start your morning off right. So be sure to check out the breakfast menu at your school this week.
Now coming up in the show, we have The Buzz.
But first, we've got a jazz lesson.
Jazz is a music genre that originated at the beginning of the 20th century in African American communities in southern United States.
Once jazz reached Chicago around 1926 and moved onto the national scene, it became the most popular dance music around.
Many early jazz musicians were also composers, writing pieces for their band. Often these pieces became hit songs, selling large amounts of sheet music and phonograph records.
King Oliver, Louis Armstrong, W.C. Handy, and Jelly Roll Martin are just some of the early jazz musicians and music you'll learn about and hear during our jazz lessons.
Sidney Bechet successfully composed in jazz, pop tune, and extended concert work forms. He knew how to read music, but chose not to due to his highly developed inner ear. He developed his own fingering system, and he never played section parts in a big band or swing-style combo. His recordings often have been reissued. Some of the highlights of his career include the 1923 sides with Louis Armstrong and Clarence Williams Blue 5, a 1938 Tommy Landier Orchestra, a hit 1938 recorded in the summertime, and various versions of his own composition, Petite Fleur.
The odds of a child becoming a professional golfer? 1 in 140,000. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism? 1 in 150. You know the odds of autism. Now learn the signs. Go to autismspeaks.org.
And 30. Oh! Yo, hey, Allison.
What's going on?
Working on my free throws. Just on 30 straight.
30? That's not possible.
Maybe not possible for you, but I've been practicing.
Step back and give me the rock.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
1, 2, 11. You know what's harder when people are watching?
Hey, you know, 11's not that bad. All you need are a few pointers.
Thank you. Are you a free throw expert?
Well, no, not really, but I do know excellent teamwork when I see it. It's so much easier to get active and live healthier when your friends are there to motivate you with a little friendly competition.
Now let's get this game started.
All right.
Oh, she's going for the hook shot. Hook shot. Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
America.
Let's get healthy together.
Welcome back to the morning show. It's time now for College Bound 411. College Bound 411 is dedicated to helping students achieve their dream of attending college. We provide practical and timely information for students so they can complete effectively for college admissions. We also clue you in on latest in scholarship opportunities, so get out that pen and paper.
Welcome to this month's edition of College Bound 411. Each month here on College Bound 411, we offer you a list of a wide variety of scholarships in all categories. If you are planning on going to college, then it's time to start learning about scholarships. Scholarships are easy ways to help you pay for college. There are tons of different scholarships to apply for. With a little time and effort, every high school student can find scholarships to apply for. The first scholarship we are featuring this month is the John B. McClendon Scholarship. This scholarship is for varsity athletes. Recipients for this scholarship are chosen based on which college they're going to, and only certain colleges in North Carolina are eligible. So to find out more information about the application process, contact the college you're going to attend. Because the colleges eligible for this scholarship are all located in North Carolina, you must be a resident of North Carolina to apply. Students will receive $1,250 per academic year. The deadline for this scholarship varies depending on which college you're applying to. To view the eligible colleges for this scholarship, as well as find out any more information, visit www.ncseaa.edu/mcclendon.htm. Another scholarship we are featuring this month is the People Helping People Scholarship. The State Employees Credit Union established this 4-year scholarship to help public high school students attend college. To be eligible for this scholarship, you must be a U.S. citizen and a high school senior. Also, you must have a 2.5 or higher grade point average. You must have already been accepted into one of the 16 constituent campuses of the University of North Carolina. Students applying for the People Helping People Scholarship must demonstrate leadership, excellence of character, integrity, and community involvement. Each North Carolina traditional public high school will receive one scholarship valued at $10,000 to give to a senior. To view more information about the People Helping People Scholarship, visit www.ncsecufoundation.org. The last scholarship we featured this month is the Courage to Grow Scholarship. This scholarship can be used at any college in the United States. Applicants must demonstrate financial need and academic achievement. You must have a grade point average of 2.5 or higher. Each month, one scholarship worth $500 is awarded to a student. The deadline day for applicants is the last day of each month. To find out more information and apply for this scholarship, you can visit www.couragetogrowscholarship.com. And now it's time for our College Bound Tips of the Month. Be aware of your financial aid options. College can be very expensive, but don't let that stress you out. Work with your parents and your school's financial aid department to determine the financial resources available to you. Learn budgeting skills and good ways to manage your money so you can graduate with as little debt as possible. Don't let the cost stop you from applying to the college you want to go to. That's College Bound 411 for this month, to help you plan, prepare, and pay for college. Check out www.cfnc.org. College Foundation of North Carolina is a free service of the state of North Carolina that helps students plan, apply, and pay for college. And don't forget, spending a little time and effort now preparing for college will help you greatly in the future.
If you're college bound, be sure to communicate with counselors and potential colleges to confirm specific dates for application deadlines, as well as course requirements.
It's time now for more of your school news from our news desk and Allie Collins.
Good morning, Victoria and Shannon, and good morning to everyone watching. During Computer Science Education Week, New Hanover County Schools participated in the Hour of Code, which organizers are calling the largest learning event in history. Bellamy Elementary, Eaton Elementary, Forest Hills Global Elementary, Murray Middle, and Williston Middle Schools all took part in an educational movement aimed at reaching over 100 million students worldwide. We get a full report from YSN reporter Luke Williams.
The Hour of Code is a global movement reaching tens of millions of students in 180 plus countries. In New Hanover County, 5 schools participated in this amazing event. The Hour of Code provided the opportunity for students to learn computer science, helped them to nurture their problem-solving skills, logic, and creativity. The Hour of Code is organized by the nonprofit code.org, and over 100 others, and is designed to be a statement that today's generation of students is ready to learn critical skills for the 21st century success.
The Hour of Code it's a global project to try to introduce computer science to students to get them exposed to all the opportunities that computer science offers. And last year I was sent an email to participate, and I thought coding did not sound like something for elementary students, but I tried it out on 2 classes and they actually really enjoyed it. So when the promotion came back out for Computer Science Education Week this year, I jumped on it.
Throughout the week, students learned how to code using programs designed for teaching computer science. The students learned the basic concepts of computer science with drag and drop programming, set up a game-like atmosphere, and including several self-directed tutorial video lectures by Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Angry Birds, and Plants vs. Zombies. Students learned how to discover how to repeat loops, conditions, and basic algorithms.
Coding is a really fun activity that you can do online, and it's challenging. There's 20 levels and you can complete them all.
Some of the hard things I've had to do was trying to figure out how many jumps the character has to do on, and getting the right left or right, because it's a flat screen and you're trying to figure out which way is left and right because you keep on forgetting.
Students also connected with experts in technology and robotics and shared experiences with classrooms across the nation and in Canada via Skype. The unique hands-on experience that the Hour of Code brought to the students aligned to CSTA computer science and ISTE standards, and it reinforced concepts and skills taught in other subject areas by integrating national math, English, language arts, and science standards. The Hour of Code demystified computer science for dozens of students and helped them look towards future possibilities for successes in themselves and the design to develop new technologies. Reporting for Your School News, this is Luke Williams.
Recycling is a big deal. To one teacher at Castle Hayne Elementary School, Michael Jeffries, 2nd grade teacher and North Carolina Wolfpack fan, rescued over 1,000 North Carolina State fan cups before they found themselves in the landfill. Then, along with his UNCW intern and his students, they built some amazing North Carolina State holiday trees. Recycling takes on so many unique concepts and is much easier than people think. Today, Pinterest offers countless items on how you can use things in a brand new way to keep them out of the landfill. Solo cup holiday trees are just one example of that recycling craft. Best of all, before Castle Hayne students leave for the winter break, each student will be able to take a completely clean cup home. It was all about farms in Miss Diane Snow's kindergarten class at Coddington Elementary School. Students studied farm animals, machinery, and food crops. They learned to milk a cow with the aid of a rubber glove. They shook cream and made butter, enjoyed playing animal charades, and so much more. The young students discovered through a variety of activities all things one person needs to learn to run a farm. Soil, bugs, plants, animal, weather, and so much more were introduced to these Coddington kindergartners. The lesson on farm was finished up with the dramatic performance of The Little Red Hen. This old folk tale was of Russian origin, was an excellent story that showcased for the students the virtues of a good work ethic and personal initiative. Both features of today's farmer. That does it for the morning announcements. For all the latest on New Hanover County schools, join us here weekdays on Time Warner Cable Channel 5 and Charter Cable 191 for your school news. A fast-paced, fact-filled half hour of the latest news and information from New Hanover County schools. Now back over to Victoria and Shannon with more of the morning.
Thank you, Allie. It's time now for Cook It. Join the culinary students from throughout the school system as they showcase some great recipes. This week, learn how to prepare a delicious smoothie.
Hey there, welcome to Cook It. I'm Joshua Burgess, and today we'll be making a strawberry lemonade slushie. Today we have 1 can of frozen lemonade concentrate, 3/4 cups of water, 3/4 cups of crushed ice, 2 cups of chilled soda, and 1 package of frozen strawberry sliced. And now, blend. And now we have made our strawberry lemonade slushie. Now, next, we have our strawberry banana smoothie. The smoothie became popular in the middle of 1960s and the early 70s. Smoothies are basically fruit juice, and ice. Since the 60s, many companies have been using frozen yogurt to give the creamy milkshake-like texture. Now we have 1 cup of milk, and water, one teaspoon of vanilla, one package of frozen strawberries, and now we have to cut a whole banana, and then you put your bananas into the mixer. And then your scoop of ice cream, and now you mix. There you have it, your strawberry banana smoothie. Thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoy your strawberry smoothie and strawberry lemonade slushie.
It's time to take a look at our brand new lineup for the new year.
We feature a host of exciting new programs and expanded new features.
On Monday, don't miss the History of the U.S. Constitution at 8 and Diversity Matters at 8:30.
Tuesday night, don't miss the Board of Education meeting at 7 p.m.
Wednesday night at 8 p.m., don't miss the basketball edition of the Sports Roundtable.
Friday at 3, don't miss Western traditions and a brand new show at 3:30 called Physical Geography.
Now don't go away. The best morning in New Hanover County continues right after this break.
The odds of a child becoming a professional golfer? 1 in 140,000. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism? 1 in 150. You know the odds of autism. Now learn the signs. Go to autismspeaks.org.
Welcome back to the morning show. I'm Victoria Chang.
And I'm Shannon Maines. Twice a month, we are thrilled to spotlight an individual school's Teacher of the Year.
In this segment entitled A+ Teachers, we take the time to get to know a little bit about the teacher's background and get an understanding of their philosophy of teaching that earned them their school's honor of Teacher of the Year.
My philosophy towards teaching is that as long as you know your subject well and you really enjoy your subject, also love your children, and everything will work out fine. My background is in marine biology and science, and I stayed home with my children for a while, and then I decided to get back into the workforce. And since I love science and I love working with kids, this was a perfect fit for me. A lot of lessons and things that I find come from online. And also I'm a member of the National Science Teachers Association and also the North Carolina Science Teachers Association. So I use those resources to help keep current in what's going on in technology and science and education. Parent involvement can be difficult at this time with busy parents and busy families, but with technology and phones and email, it makes it a lot easier to be able to keep the parents up to date on the status of the kids. Also, I like to have parents donate things for labs and then send them information on what we did in those labs, tell them to talk to their kids about what they learned in class that day and ask them questions, dinner conversations and things like that about class. We do a lot of projects using technology in the classroom. We just recently completed a human body systems project where the students had to research and create a project online, and we did it in a Hunger Games style where the students had to persuade President Davis not to eliminate their system from the human body. So it was a persuasive project as well as educating the other classmates about their body system. Highlights for me in my teaching career would be the past 2 years. Last year we started a Science Olympiad team here at Noble Middle School, and we had a fantastic group of students. Miss Mustin and I, she is my co-coach for Science Olympiad, started the program and had a fantastic group of kids move through the regional competition at second place and got all the way to the state competition in Raleigh. And watching those kids become a family and grow and love science was really amazing for us. Additionally, this year we brought a STEM Girls Club to Noble, and we have people from Corning coming in, professional engineers coming in and working with our girls and increasing their education and involvement in science and technology.
We'd like to thank our A+ teacher for joining us this morning.
Now, coming up in the show, we've got snapshots from around the school system.
But first, it's time for Who Said That?
What famous person born during the month of January who made the following statement? Not all those who wander are lost.
Was it national heroine of France, Joan of Arc, Elvis Presley, King of Rock and Roll, or J.R.R. Tolkien, author of Lord of the Rings?
We'll have the answer for you when we come back.
This is Lands and People, your passport to the world.
The Republic of Angola is found on the western coast of southern Africa. The country's chief agricultural products are bananas, coffee, and sugarcane. While its major products are diamonds, iron ore, and phosphates, most of the population belong to various Bantu groups. Angola's capital is Luanda, and primary language is Portuguese.
This has been Lands and People, your passport to the world.
Do you have the answer to who said that? Our quote is, "Not all those who wander are lost."
Who said that? Was it national heroine of France, Joan of Arc, Elvis Presley, king of rock and roll, or the Lord of the Rings author J.R.R. Tolkien?
If you guessed the author of Lord of the Rings, J.R.R. Tolkien, you got it right. And welcome back to the final segment of the morning show. I'm Victoria Chang.
And I'm Shannon Maines. Before we close out our program with Snapshot from around the school system.
2 students in Mrs. Dixon's class at Parsley Elementary created a new word and asked the president to add it to the dictionary. He wrote them back and told them to keep dreaming, creating, and innovating. He also sent them signed pictures.
New Hanover students in Miss Formley Duvla's AP U.S. government class volunteered to serve meals to those in need at First Baptist Church. It gave the students an opportunity for service learning as an extension of their AP curriculum.
The 4th and 5th grade service club at Coddington Elementary has teamed up with Nourish NC to end child hunger in New Hanover County schools. The club created decorated bowls for a silent auction. All of the money raised was donated to Nourish NC, a program that helps local families have access to food over the weekends and breaks.
The Ashley High School Student Council, under the direction of Ms. Shurix, held a club and society fair. Taking place in the school's hallways, clubs set up tables to show the Eagles students what is available for them to get involved. The goal was to inspire students to become a part of Ashley.
Members of the Tidewater Camellia Club donated a camellia to Mary C. Williams Elementary. Members of the club came to the school to teach the garden club about camellias and to help plant a donated camellia. The garden club is led by Miss Wadenhammer, the school's art teacher.
Murrayville Elementary had 46 families come out and participate in a family book club night. The evening included dinner, related book activities, and book share conversation with teachers, students, and parents. Families all read this book, I Survived the Sinking of the Titanic, 1912, prior to the event.
Well, that does it for this edition of The Morning Show. Remember, for the best TV of all, each and every day, keep it tuned right here for New Hanover County Schools TV on the Learning Network of the Cape Fear. Have a great day.
And a wonderful week.